What's happening, YouTube? Another wild situation that we got right here for sure. Let's dive right into this. So Swifty Blue has a new podcast. He's a co-host on the Talking Trash podcast. Shout out to Swifty Blue and the whole podcast team over there. If you guys haven't went and checked out the Talking Trash podcast, go check it out. Go subscribe to their channel. They had the controversial poetic Flacco on their podcast, and he's a no jumper host. Many of you guys know who he is already. He himself has said a lot of things about the Latino community in general that I for sure don't like. A lot of people don't like it, and it's cool to have this dude on and have a sit down. I'm all for that, homie. I'm all for that. We're gonna get into a little bit about Poetic Flacco and later on in this video. What I wanted to touch on is Almighty Suspect, who's another African-American host on the very popular No Jumper podcast, who Swifty Blue says is the big R word. Now, I don't want to say the R word because YouTube might start tripping, but y'all know what the R word is that will get you canceled. I'm going to let you guys check out the clip. Let's talk about it after.
Online with a public figure, and this motherfucker's calling Mexicans donkeys and all types of other weird shit, acting like he's really he's really racist. I know this fool Almighty's really racist. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's your homie.
Like,
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Racist.
No. Who you kicking with? I'm fucking with you.
Right.
So first and foremost, when I'm hearing this, right, what came to mind, homie, is I just did a video on Almighty Suspect and giving him his props because he just stuck up for the Latino community against this fool Poetic Flacco who's sitting next to Swifty Blue right now. Like, you feel me? This dude Poetic Flacco was the one saying some big R shit, and Almighty Suspect was the one to stick up for us. Now, this dude Poetic Flacco is sitting next to a Latino, Swifty Blue, and Swifty Blue is calling Almighty Suspect the big R. Now, I don't know if this is real personal between Swifty Blue and Almighty Suspect. I have seen the videos that Swifty Blue is talking about. You guys can research them yourself on YouTube. I will not post them on here. Almighty Suspect is being ignorant in those videos, and he does say some things about the Latino community. Does he really feel a certain way about the Latino community, or was he just fucking around, joking around like we all do sometimes? We all talk a little bit of shit about different cultures sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Let's just face it. Let's be real. We all have laughs. It's not whether we're with those races. Like when I'm with my Asian homies, we talk shit all the time to the Asian homies. They talk shit about us. Like, you feel me? Because we have that open line of communication where we're able to do that with each other. Now, if somebody else was to do it, then we're going to have some problems. You feel me? We're going to back each other up. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with my black homies. We fuck around, joke all the time. You feel me? Talk shit about us. We talk shit about them. But like I said, we have that line of communication like that. Not no one else. So I don't know if Almighty Suspect felt comfortable making those little comments, making those jokes towards the Latino community because he has friends within and homies within the Latino community, and he's able to joke around with them like that. That doesn't mean he's able to joke around with all Latinos like that. The same thing with me. Just because I joke around with my black homies or my Asian homies or my white homies doesn't mean I could joke around with all whites or all Asians or all blacks like that. You feel me? And especially online, bro. Like, especially online, because things will get taken way out of content. I personally don't believe Almighty Suspect is the big R. What do you guys think? I'm leaning more towards Poetic Flacco is the big R than Almighty Suspect, if I'm going to keep it all the way 100 with y'all. But what do you guys think about Swifty Blue interviewing this dude, Poetic Flacco? Was it a good look? Was it a good move, man? I salute to anyone that could sit down and have a conversation and talk about their differences, homie. And if motherfuckers got to fight, sometimes motherfuckers got to fight. And if it gets squashed without fighting or any violence, then it is what it is, man. Me, personally, I wouldn't have been so friendly with Poetic Flacco, homie. You know what I'm saying? I would have either one had to run that fade with no cameras on. We don't have to have no cameras, but we're going to have to run this fade, homie. You done said one too many things about my folks. And shit, afterwards, we could drink a beer. We could take some tequila shots. We could, you feel me, take some Hennessy shots. Whatever shot you want to take, my nigga. You feel me? It don't matter, bro. We could be cool as fuck after that. I'm not tripping. But I'm going to need that fade. Either that or, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm not being no friendly with you. If you don't want to run the fade, okay, cool. Use a bitch. We could do the podcast, and I'm not being friendly with you, homie, like Swifty Blue was. That's the only thing I take away from Swifty Blue's interview with Poetic Flacco is the friendly. You feel me? It seemed like he was too juiced to have him on his show. Like, he was too excited. Like, he got a big name star on his podcast. And I get it. The podcast is starting out. You know, they need their jump start. They need their alley-oop. Shout out to the Talking Trash podcast, man. I see you guys doing big things. Y'all going big places. But if I'm going to keep it all the way 100 with y'all, man, and I'm going to keep it all the way 100 every single time, you feel me? Swifty Blue seemed like he was a fan instead of a podcast host. Swifty Blue seemed like he was more of a fan than actually an interviewer. You know what I'm saying, man? Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell. You'll join notification gang. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. It's the kid and I'm gone.